Hi Taurus, and happy birthday to you. Now this is the time of the year of the archetypal white bull, that magnificent, powerful creature who stands in a meadow of buttercups and daisies, and there's all that strength and sort of serenity and the feeling of slowly chewing the cud. And this is true for, the Taurian character, the Taurian nature, which is connected to calm and serenity, but also beauty, the beauties of nature, things of quality in this life, like good food and beautiful art and interiors and design and so on and so forth. And Taurus rules the throat and the vocal cords. And so we have throughout history well-known singers or speakers who have the sun or the moon or in Taurus or Taurus rising. But Taurus doesn't like to be pushed. You don't like to be sort of whizzing around hither and thither all over the place. You can do that, but then you need to be calm, sit down and probably eat. Or just, you need a chance to mull things over and digest. Taurus is an earth sign. It's a very physical, organic sign. So in the month of May, well, you're inclined to some private space and to do just that, I think, to mull things over. You will be busy in the outside world, yes, and your mind is likely to be quite busy. But there seems to be a lot going on behind the scenes for you as well, things going on under the surface, and you are, as I say, being more reflective. And you need space for that, so perhaps you need to be busy doing something in a kind of a low-key way in the wings or backstage, getting on with something, but it isn't time yet to declare yourself. So if you have feelings going on, it's not going to be time to declare those feelings. If you have a plan or a project, it's just not going to be cooked yet in May. So there's no there's no point in anybody trying to rush that or push that kind of next phase forward. So it's softly in relationships, steady as you go in particularly love relationships, but also in connection to any other creative project you've got going on, or perhaps something like a hobby or a leisure pursuit. There again, you need to be vigilant, patient, but realize that you are making this steady forward progress all the time, as long as you are alert within that sort of step-by-step approach and alert to changes and maybe a need to approach the thing in a different kind of a way. So in many respects you'll be feeling your way forwards, but also your sign is known for its instinctive nature. If something resonates and feels right in your body, then it usually is. Now this is going to be a good time for you to be dreaming, using your imagination, so that's good news for those of you in the arts. And also this is a healing month for you. This is a month for you to get more in touch with your dream self, your unconscious self, the imaginal realm that we all have within us. Well, this is your month for sort of putting a taproot down into that and sort of drawing out the riches therein. A good phase for spiritual work for those of you who are doing who are already involved in that, or for those of you who are beginning, getting involved in healing work and spiritual work. Definitely a good month for strengthening those kinds of connections, Taurus. So yes, a healing month, but also, you have been putting yourself out for quite some time now in the professional area. Perhaps putting ego on one side because you've weighed up that something is way more important than, you know, satisfying your own small ego. So that might be something that you put your talent, your weight behind. That might be something that you are doing for the good of the common good, you know, putting your energy out there in that way. Or maybe you're working hard on something and getting very little payback for it at the moment because you have a belief that it will, you know, you will be able to harvest that from that particular thing later on. Now, from the from the middle of the month, you've got some wonderful energies going on in your professional area, and this goes for, you know, even if you don't have a so-called profession, your goals in life, your ambitions in life, whatever those are. And also that it's almost as though something quite magical could happen there if you are not self-centered, if you are not, you know, very materialistic or ego-centered about this, because these energies are very ethereal. That's Jupiter and Neptune. So wonderful for use of the imagination, right? As I've already mentioned. But one thing I would say about that in the career area as it is, or in this sort of area of your goals in life, you know, where you'd like to get to, is somebody might offer you something that seems too good to be true. And do you know what? You might be right. It is too good to be true. So double, triple check everything. Because there is a tendency for you at the moment to, in order to present yourself in the best sort of light, maybe is to extend yourself a little bit too much, or to put yourself out a little bit more for others, and then they grow to expect you to do that, you know, and you're not getting enough. It's not a fair energy exchange, is what I'm trying to say. So whether that comes back to you in money or in some other way, but at the moment, you know, it is almost worthwhile doing that so that you sort of put your head above the parapet and show others that you're there, and not expect anything much to come back from it for now. But as I say, in the last 2 weeks, in the second 2 weeks of the month, it could just be that somebody comes up with a, you know, a really crazy, mad, wonderful, but it could just work sort of idea. And once again, I would say triple check it. Now, it could be sound, but I'm just saying this to you, you know, that it would be sensible, because there could be more than one person who comes at you in that kind of a way. Now, when Mercury goes retrograde, which is going to be from the 7th and then kind of backs right up into your sign, you're going to be very busy in your head. You'll have a lot on your mind, plotting, planning, scheming, agendas, calendars, schedules, maybe some of you buying, selling. Definitely time for planning and playing around with ideas. But once again, it almost feels as though this is the time for developing ideas rather than really going full steam ahead. That's going to be in June. Okay, well, that's it for May. If you know your rising sign, Taurus, have a listen to that too.